Hello and welcome to Walking the Earth podcast. I'm Mike Margulies, today in Koh Rong, Cambodia, and I'm sitting here with Kelly, who's with the Friends of Koh Rong, which is a charity on this island, doing a lot of different things, right? You're working with education for the kids and also setting up things with the water and a bunch of different projects benefiting the local community, basically, in Koh Rong. So yeah, Kelly, it's awesome. I guess we just met, literally. So
Yeah.
I met
I haven't even finished my first cup of coffee yet. So I hope I'm in a good enough mood for this. I'm joking.
Yeah, I met up with your coworker friend T the other day, and I guess she sent you off to do this little thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I guess I'd just love to hear more about what you guys are doing with Friends of Koh Rong.
Okay, so pretty much we're here as primarily English teachers, but that has evolved into other areas of aid. Basic medical care, just like for wounds and some medication that we share that people donate with the village, because other than that they would have nothing.
Right.
We try to help all the businesses, like, so that the village can have like strong local businesses like the restaurants and the guest houses, and just pretty much trying to help them prepare for what's coming with the rapid increase in tourism.
Right. Yeah, and you guys are doing a bunch of different sort of fundraising things as well. You've got donation boxes set up at a bunch of the guest houses. Also have T-shirts for sale and benefit concerts, which was cool for me because I got to perform at a couple of these events actually, which was a win-win because I love to play music and I also got to do it for a good cause.
So yeah, we're gonna try and
Win-win.
have that as a weekly thing.
Yeah.
So we have a little bit of income, and then we have a little bit of merchandise that people come and purchase, and we also have our website and blog where people are donating online, which keeps us going because the backpackers, they're generous, but a few dollars is a meal.
Right,
Versus
exactly.
at home, our friends with salaries
Yeah.
are quite generous, and our friends of Koh Rong, we call them fuckers, friends of Koh Rong. our fuckers abroad are really what's keeping us going to this day. So
What is the site, actually?
it's www.friendsofkohrong.org
Okay.
or www.educateanisland.weebly.com.
Sweet.
And those are the website and blog where you can read like all of our information. And if you sign up for our newsletter, which is on our Facebook page, we have a monthly Koh Rong newsletter. It tells about new businesses, gives a local spotlight on someone who we think is a role model to the community. Other happenings, like we just had a fire, so we'll talk about that. We did a fundraiser, we'll talk about that. And it's really nice for our friends at home who have no idea what's going on this speck of land, and then it's also really good for the people who have been here and feel attached to Koh Rong and they want to stay in the loop, in the know.
Yeah.
So sign up for our newsletter.
Yeah, so that's on the Facebook page.
Yeah, so just search Friends
Search
of
for
Koh
Friends of Koh Rong
Rong.
on
Yeah.
Facebook and you find it. Yeah, definitely do that. I think it's really cool. How did you get involved, actually, with Friends of Koh Rong?
That is a good question.
Yeah?
So I came to Cambodia to volunteer originally in Phnom Penh, and I wanted to just see the beaches and kind of explore before settling down in a placement, and I met someone while I saw all the kids just on the beach playing with tourist iPads, like running around, not in school. I'm like, why aren't they studying? Oh, we don't have a teacher, we don't really have any books, like there was nothing going on, they weren't even studying in Khmer. So he's like, well, you taught English in Korea. I was in Korea for 2.5 years previous. Why don't you try it for a month? I'll give you food and accommodation. So that was last January.
Yeah.
And then Jackie arrived, and together, I could go round up the kids in the village, bring them to the dive center pier. She could set up the tables and chairs. We had 10 pencils for 40 kids, and just slowly it's evolved. Another Australian girl joined, a South African guy who knew a lot about waste management joined. So it's just kind of evolved now.
That's awesome. And now you're in a whole bunch of different areas as well. So it's the education's part of it.
Yeah,
And then
it started with me alone on the pier over there, the dive center
Wow.
pier, doing ABCs, and I didn't even
So
have
was that
enough
the beginning
pencils.
of the actual organization?
That was an organization that was like working with the dive center called the
Okay.
Cambodian Conservation Center. We didn't actually break away from businesses and become like a more legitimate independent organization until August 30th. We had a
Okay.
meeting with the whole village. Some of them were confused. They thought we were getting paid. Are you working with the dive center?
Right.
Like, what's going on? Had a translator, clarified everything.
Right.
And
You didn't want to be like murky that if you're. This is a charitable organization, not like a for-profit.
Exactly. And they, I don't blame them for not knowing because they just saw us at the dive center all
Right.
the time. And we clarifiad that and like said we're Friends of Koh Rong. We're here to help in any which way we can. We understand we don't have the capacity to pay a Khmer staff, but like some of the older men have gotten really involved when we fundraised to make toilets at the school. They took over, like, I don't know what equipment you need to order for
Right.
toilets and
Right.
how many bags of cement, and they just completely took charge because they know that this is like their children's future is in this school, and they want the community to be strong so they don't get pushed aside.
Yeah. That's awesome. So you're basically one of the founders of Friends of Koh Rong.
I
didn't
am
even
the
realize
founder,
that.
yeah.
You are the founder.
That's why I came. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
telling the story from
Yeah.
5 pencils to too many textbooks now. We've had a lot of really amazing support from especially Canada and America and Australia. When I went home and did some fundraising, this American textbook company, do you know Carson DeLosa?
No, but
They print like most of the textbooks for children
Yeah.
back in the States, and they donated like hundreds and hundreds of books, and they actually paid to ship them to Cambodia, which
Oh,
cost
wow.
a fortune. And now we have like enough
Wow.
books that we've
how'd
actually
you
been
convince them to do
sharing.
that?
I had a good friend who was working with them, and it worked out
nice.
really well. And now we have enough to share with other villages. So hopefully in the future, if we can get registered, is our
Right.
next biggest challenge. We can spread out to
Like
the
as
other
an
villages.
organization?
Yeah,
Okay. Like with the Cambodia government?
with the Cambodian
Okay.
government. That is quite a challenge.
Then you can expand from Koh Rong to other towns, other
yeah.
villages.
Yeah, that's the goal.
That's really cool.
Because eventually, like the other villages, you know, right now tourism's not there, but it will be there. So we're happy to have the resources. We have the online system going where we have volunteers coming in. So if we can send them there
Yeah.
and prepare everyone, and they can speak English, I think like development could be really good because they could all have really good jobs.
Right. Everyone benefits basically.
Yeah, if they develop it sustainably.
Well, yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So basically, you came around here looking to do some sort of charitable work, and kind of it found you.
It found me. The
Yeah.
island pulled me in, and
Yeah.
every time I leave,
The universe provides.
The universe provides. Every time I leave, even just to go to Sihanoukville for a few days, like
Yeah.
I get sick.
Which is the mainland for people who don't
mainland.
know. It's
Yeah.
the closest town to the island.
Every time I go to the mainland, sick, injured. I burnt my leg on a motorbike last
Jeez.
weekend. Like it's the island's way of saying, "Get back here now! What are
Right.
you doing?"
Oh, you get injured when you leave the island?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So-
Yeah, I think you're meant to be here.
Yeah, I definitely am. I don't know for how long, but the goal we all see in being able to walk away one day is putting it in the hands of the local people. So
Yeah.
right now we have our first Khmer staff started a few days ago
That's
on
awesome.
salary, and so his English is pretty good. He's translating the classes. He's going to learn a lot of the computer stuff that we do, which he's
Oh, that's great.
thrilled about. And if we can leave it in the hands of the locals, then you know that's a real
And self-sustaining. And
self-sustaining, long-standing
awesome.
thing.
that's a really awesome thing that you're doing.
Yeah, so that's the goal.
And I take it, and another tangent, for you personally, it seems like you have been traveling for some time. You used an expression, I'm going to guess you went to India.
I actually haven't.
You use slowly. That expression is such an Indian...
Shanti, shanti.
Shanti, slowly. Like, oh, this girl's been to India.
Oh no, that's also Cambodia. Like
They use also
you
slowly.
step by step. They use step by step.
Okay.
And it's really frustrating.
So
because,
same, but different.
Yeah, we don't have time for step by step. Like Copenhagen is coming, so we're just like, no, step by step. You need to make these changes now for
Yeah,
the benefit of your kids.
Yeah.
So
So you have to go slowly.
I'm really
try to push
anti.
against it.
Yeah.
It's happening slowly, but quickly sort of from another angle.
Like
I mean, everything's getting built up here so fast.
so fast.
Yeah.
Even where we're sitting right now, a
Yeah.
year ago was just empty land. So
Yeah. No, it's awesome because what's great is all this development's happening in Koh Rong right now. So while you've got all these guest houses, restaurants popping up overnight, basically, over the past year and a half, 2 years, all this is popping up. It's great that at the same time you've got something like Friends of Koh Rong going on that's also helping the local community, trying to make the whole thing sustainable long term.
the problem is though, we wish with the capacity to keep up. We wish we had like
With all the
a
development.
water conservationist, a waste management specialist, long-term donors that
Yeah.
we have an income, Khmer staff, like that would be the goal, and this island could probably develop much more sustainably, but we're just a few girls here
Yeah.
dedicating our time, helping the kids. Like we can do beach cleans every Saturday, we can put signs up like be careful with the water, this island it has limited water resources, but that's educating
Yeah.
is our maximum capacity.
Yeah. Well, shit, maybe there's some people out there that are interested and can help. What kind of skill sets specifically are you looking for?
We would be looking for anyone knowledgeable in agriculture, because we're trying
Okay.
to have an agriculture program going at the school, and we think it would be really important for like local families to be able to grow their own spices and chilies and tomatoes, stuff like that that you
Definitely.
can grow on the island. And we would be looking for anyone who's knowledgeable in water conservation and sustainable development or waste management. ESL teachers are always welcome,
course.
but we only really want someone who's going to stay for more than 3 months
Right.
because it's hard with the kids and
Yeah.
until you feel comfortable and know all their names.
Yeah, exactly. And you have your pick of like people that speak English,
Yeah,
obviously. so-
yeah, exactly. Teachers are not as hard to find as
Exactly.
like sustainable development knowledge is hard to find. And then just general NGO experience, like anyone who's worked with an NGO in a third world country would be of benefit to us because our manager is actually going to leave
Okay.
Jackie in about less than 2 months. So
Okay.
we need to prepare for that, whether it means we all take on more or we can find a local person or someone comes along, I don't know, but anyone who has knowledge or experience working with an NGO or sustainable development, we would love you to come here.
Yeah. Who should they contact if there's someone who fits the description?
On the Facebook page,
Okay,
on
Friends
the
of Koh Rong
website,
Facebook.
on the blog, like there's
Okay.
email and contact forms and everything.
Okay, so they want to
So
go
it's
on
easy.
Facebook. The best way is just look for Friends of Koh Rong on Facebook.
Sure, yeah.
Is there a blog site also or email that you know offhand?
On the blog, which is if you just search Educate an Island, there's a contact form, so you could just
Okay.
type a message. I'm
Is
curious.
that on
in
WordPress or
volunteering.
something?
Weebly, yeah.
Weebly. Okay. So if you just Google
Educate an Island.
Educate an Island, you should find the Weebly blog for that, or the Facebook page Friends of Koh Rong.
Yeah.
Contact information's on all there.
Even if people at home are interested in doing a fundraiser, we've had some people in Toronto, my hometown, or Melbourne, doing fundraisers from abroad,
yeah.
either clothing sales or concert night, or one girl rented out a cinema and like some of the
awesome.
movie tickets. The money, it actually made like $2,000. It was amazing. And she was just a sister to someone who was here volunteering.
Yeah.
We didn't even know her. So that kind of thing,
That's
those
awesome.
amazing
Yeah.
acts of kindness from home where people have the capacity to donate,
Yeah.
it's really what keeps us going.
So that's helpful too. Anyone abroad even who's got capacity to donate or to set up some sort of fundraising event.
Yeah.
Those sort of things are also, of course.
We love our
Appreciate it.
fuckers abroad, yeah.
Yeah. Fuckers abroad. It's awesome. And so how long have you? I know I'm gonna go to like the typical backpacker questions now.
Go ahead. Yeah.
This is like that conversation that you have
In the bars when I walk away because
yeah,
I don't
exactly.
like having this conversation.
This conversation again. But I'm actually just kind of curious. You're from Toronto.
Yeah.
And you've been. Was Cambodia actually your first stop, or were you traveling a bit before that?
Yeah, I was in Korea
Okay.
and then all over Asia.
Teaching?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Yeah, I feel like you have to be teaching.
In Korea, yeah.
Not a cheap place to go backpacking.
no, you wanna live there and make money. You can make good money and have an amazing experience.
Yeah.
And then I was traveling, fell in love with Cambodia, went back home, back to Korea, earned more money, and now I'm still living off of that money
Yeah.
because we obviously don't make any money for ourselves.
So right now you're just going off of your personal savings right now.
Yeah.
And all the proceeds are going to the cause.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really awesome. So you've been doing that for like over a year now.
Yeah.
Living on your own savings, just working for other people.
Same with Jackie, same
completely.
with Fran, and that's why it's kind of, like I understand why Jackie has to leave, because how long can you actually live without an income? And here in Cambodia, where noodles are $1 and beer is 50 cents, like you can get by
last
for a while,
but not forever.
Not forever, exactly.
Yeah. And that's the other thing too. You can get noodles for $1, but if you want to sit at one of the other restaurants, you're paying $4 or $5 also.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to go to one of these restaurants,
Well, it's really nice actually, because once we became independent from the dive center, we asked all the businesses like on the weekend if they could host a reduced price dinner or just free dinner, and most of them will shout us a free dinner Saturday night, Sunday night. So we kind of choose a different business every weekend, and they'll provide dinner for us.
That's cool. Yeah, what's great is most of the businesses, they do support Friends of Koh Rong. Like I was saying before, you see the donation boxes at each of the different guest houses and everything. Bongs has the events, the music concert events weekly. I think that's also really cool how people kind of coming together to support this.
Well, at the same time, our argument is we're teaching your staff English, so
yeah, exactly.
You better
Everyone's
support.
benefiting.
Yeah,
everyone's benefiting. The locals are benefiting from it. The businesses are benefiting from it. Everyone. It's really just a win all around. All the good work that you guys are doing here.
We're trying.
Yeah. That's cool. I mean, are there other aspects of the organization or other things in general that, in particular, you want to talk about or anything?
I would say I'm struggling at this point. The more you learn about this island and this country, the more you have to accept corruption is still a really big problem here. And I wish it wasn't so, because the people are amazing and they deserve so much more, and the country is beautiful. Like, it's absolutely breathtaking. This island, like, it doesn't even hold a candle to Thailand, in my opinion. And it's just, like, foreign money will take over. The government hasn't put a cent into anything here for the people. Even the Khmer teacher's salary is paid from an Italian NGO.
Wow.
So they don't even, like, the teachers hardly care because their salary is so low, and they live in a small shack behind the school, 3 of them. It's really, really tough to
And this is all
make
because
everyone
of the corruption and everything in Cambodia.
Yeah, and I think one day when this gets more attention, this island, like a lot of people I've met in Phnom Penh, local people, they don't even know about Koh Rong.
So you would say Cambodia is even more corrupt than Thailand is?
Definitely.
And Thailand is where they're having all the protests and everything because of corruption.
Because I think they have the freedom to speak
do
out,
that, right.
versus here,
Well,
if you speak out, you could get killed, you could lose everything.
Yeah, well, man, of course, there was the whole genocide situation. Very, very recent history here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can see how it's a dicey situation. And if you're working for, you're an organization that's legitimately trying to help, and it kind of sucks that presents difficulties for you.
Yeah, exactly. We're not here to be in competition with any of the businesses.
Yeah.
We're not here to profit from the island's beauty. We're just here to help the locals so they can maximize the opportunities that will come. And we're constantly struggling against authorities, and to actually get registered sounds like something that will take at least a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the government's just giving you like a hard time, basically.
Yeah.
And setting things up.
I'm hoping that this month to take a trip to Phnom Penh, meet with some people who can help better
Crack
connect
some skulls.
to you. It's honestly like if you go through the right person the right way, and you have the money, sometimes they'll side sweep all
Money has
the
a magical
paperwork.
power.
Here.
Here.
Well, everywhere, but
Yeah. particularly magical power in very corrupt countries.
Yeah. So that would be Cambodia, but
Yeah.
it's changing. It's definitely getting better. Education is the key, and if we can make people understand that education is important, that would be like, the new wave here for the future.
Yeah, definitely.
But you can't blame them. Like 5 years ago, this was a fishing village, and why would they think school was important? Of course, the 9-year-olds didn't study and went to catch fish for the family because
Right.
that was the norm.
It wasn't
And
needed.
We have to be careful. We don't want to be these Westerners coming in and dictating and telling them
Imposing
what to do, imposing
values,
exactly.
yeah.
So all we can do is just kind of raise awareness and guide them in a direction like school is good. Like in the future,
Yeah.
when the hotels are here, you want to speak English,
Yeah, exactly. Like make everyone aware that hey, this is beneficial things. And slowly, also, you can see that so a lot of the businesses it looks like are run by Westerners, but more and more of the Khmers are sort of building the businesses themselves as well.
Yeah.
And so it's a very interesting time on this particular island.
That's what it is. Like
I think the locals are picking up like, okay, here's how you run these businesses. I can do that.
Yeah.
Boom, set something up.
just copying one another.
Yeah.
And to be here at this point in time, this place, right here, right now,
It's incredible.
so different than anywhere else in the
Yeah.
world. Like, even if you were working elsewhere in Cambodia, living in a village like we are, you wouldn't have you would still have the problems of maybe like not enough water, lack of education, not enough food, health and hygiene issues, but you wouldn't have like the fast, intense, in-your-face influence of foreigners and their money
Right.
and them on drugs or drinking or in bikinis. So it's like kind of double the load of problems now.
Yeah, it's just a wild. Yeah, there's tons of money pouring in from foreigners starting businesses. Yeah, and all the other craziness going on and this beach paradise.
Yeah.
It's like an interesting mix of every possible. All the vices you can imagine exist here, and then all the businesses at the same time, and charities, and all these things are happening in the same place. So
And
it's
at the same time, like, we just really want to preserve the culture. Like, we don't want
Exactly.
them to feel, even though there's people eating at the noodle soup stand in their bikinis and making out and
Right.
doing drugs, like, we just want them to still feel that this is their home and they have their culture, and it is a very conservative culture. And Thailand was like that, but now Thailand has changed. And we don't want people to come here and think this is Koh Phangan because it's not.
right.
Even though it's a beautiful beach, even though you've just stepped out of the water, like, cover up, you're still in a village. It's very against the conservative culture to be
Right.
walking around nude,
Yeah. It's a delicate balance, I suppose, between getting things rolling, businesses and the schools, getting all these things happening, but at the same time, not completely destroying the local culture, keep preserving basically the local culture,
Yeah.
not imposing values and things. But it's that balance of just trying to help develop this area, but at the same time, keep it pure in some sense. Yeah. It is certainly interesting, though, right here, right now, to be in this place. Where all
That's
this
why
is
my
happening.
friends joke, like, you should write a book. And I'm like, no,
Sure.
it's happening in real time. So instead, we're doing a blog because
Oh, that's
like,
true.
it just keeps up with the times because every day here is a new adventure. Every week, there's more drama.
Yeah.
When we think things couldn't get harder, they get harder. And I think that's Cambodia. So I feel pretty locally immersed now.
That's beautiful. Well, let me ask you a question on a personal note. This is the question we ask all of our guests, and you can answer however you want. But what is something that you would like to do in your life before you die?
Wow, before I die. I've thought about this, but never just like in one answer, you know what I
Sure.
mean? I guess I would like to know that I've done something, I've left something behind in this world, not just a child who's a part of me, but like I've done something to move the world forward in a positive direction. So whether that's Friends of Koh Rong standing strong for 20 years, whether that's helping build wells in Africa, like I don't know where my next journey will take me, but I want to leave something behind that I know is for the greater good, because I just don't feel happy anymore just living in the me, consumerist society. It's too fleeting. So I think that would be my ultimate happiness, knowing I left something behind for the greater good.
That's all. You want to make the world a better place.
Yeah,
Basically.
That's why we taught the kids Michael Jackson healed the world.
Oh, nice.
If you come to school, you can hear them all sing it.
Well, there's actually, you guys do like music lessons and stuff also,
We
right?
do, if you want to come by with your guitar.
Are you doing it today?
What's today? Tuesday. How about tomorrow?
Tomorrow is also good.
All right,
no,
music
I'd love
with
to.
Mike.
Yeah, I'd love to. That'd be a lot of fun. That's a great goal though, right? And I can relate to it a lot. And at this moment, I'm not doing anything as good as for the world as you're doing right now. Just devoting your time and money to making this organization happen. But I think my aspirations are similar. Ultimately, finding my way to do something as well. I just really deeply respect and admire people like you who are out there and doing that thing.
Thank you. That's so nice. Well, what you're doing is great, because if you connect us to a water conservationist and he comes here or she comes here, you've done some amazing awareness raising, and that in its own takes a special person.
I would be very, very happy if this little thing does help you out in some way. I hope that would be good if I can use this show in its own small way to help things. That's
Connect
maybe one
people,
small step to what I can do to help. I really hope that something good comes out of this for you guys. I'd be humbled to be able to contribute in my small way. Really appreciate you coming on, and anyone who wants to know more, I guess the best place you were saying was the Facebook page.
The Facebook page has all the information, connects to the website, to the blog, sign up for the newsletter, donate online, see the photos of what we're doing, everything.
Sweet. Friends of Koh Rong. Search on Facebook. Is there like an
That's
actual URL, like facebook.com/Friends of Koh Rong? Okay, facebook.com/Friends of Koh Rong. So like them on the Facebook.
We're at 700 likes now. I'm pretty impressed.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
fuckers
That's awesome.
abroad.
Yeah, anyone who's out there, if you want to contribute, if you want to do a fundraiser, or if you have those skill sets that they're looking for here, and you're looking for a job and you want to help the world, hey,
come join us.
Yeah, come join.
Live a barefoot, simple, happy, beautiful life.
Yeah, live in a paradise and help the world at the same time.
Life is good.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thanks for learning more about us, sharing
Thank you so much.
our information with the world, and maybe music with Mike tomorrow would be great.
Perfect. That was my pleasure, and thank you so much.
No problem.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to Walking the Earth podcast. I'm Mike Margulies, signing out for now.